In day one of Reclaim Her, we talked about the nervous system and how it tells a story. Now, today, I want to share with you a little bit about the HPA axis. And we actually shared this in day two of Reclaim Her. And when you have the knowledge behind it, the science, it actually starts to make sense. So I want to share that with you. And when you start to understand your body and what it needs, you can address it and start to feel really good. So you have this thing in your body called the HPA axis. So it's the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis. And that is your body's central stress response system. And here is how it works. When your brain perceives a threat, right? Something's coming at it. So whether it's real or remembered, the hypothalamus signals the pituitary gland, which then signals the adrenal glands to release cortisol and adrenaline. And that's your fight, flight, or freeze response, okay? And that starts to kick in. Once the threat passes, the system is supposed to calm back down. Now, key word is supposed to. And that's the problem with unprocessed emotion, is that when a traumatic event happens, an experience or an emotion goes unprocessed, your nervous system never gets the signal that the threat is over. So that HPA axis stays on high alert. It's staying activated. And sometimes that can stay that way for years, decades. So the body is still bracing something that happened in 1987. Now, I know some of you can relate to that, and let me tell you how it actually shows up in your body. It shows up as chronically elevated cortisol levels. So us women that were like, why can't we shed this weight? We're doing this and we're doing that and no weight is coming off, is because that cortisol levels are elevated. Now, hyperactive neuroception, that is your nervous system constantly scanning for danger. So it's on high alert, right? Your muscles never fully get to release. So you're on edge. It shows up as a weakened immune system and exhaustion that sleep just doesn't fix. The chronic headaches, the chronic tension, the stress, that's all of that. So the easiest way for me to explain this is, imagine you have a smoke alarm and it's going off while you're cooking, right? And so you fan it out, you open the window, the smoke clears and it stops. And that's a healthy nervous system. Now imagine someone removing that off switch. Now the smoke is gone, but the alarm is still screaming. And that's what chronic pain is. Your body's alarm is still going off for something that happened that is no longer a threat. But it never got the signal to stop. And that's what we're doing in this work. We're giving your nervous system the all clear that it never received. Now, the American Psychological Association actually has documented that chronic stress keeps muscles in a constant state of tension. And I know you guys know that to be true because you're feeling it, right? Over time, that sustained tension turns into migraine, back pain, jaw clenching, nerve sensitivity. Many of you struggle with nerve sensitivity, and the pain is not going to go away. The pain is not imaginary, especially if your doctors are not finding it on a scan. It's psychological. But the driver is the nervous system that never got to complete the stress cycle. So here's where I come in. I do this really cool thing with clients. It's a one-on-one session where we actually access the original emotional data. So the root event, the experience, the environment, bringing resolution to the nervous system. So the nervous system actually finally gets to complete its cycle. And the HPA axis gets the all clear signal that it never received. Cortisol levels start to drop. Muscles start to relax and the body stops bracing. So if you can relate to any of this that I just shared, then I want to invite you to hop on a one-on-one call with me. And I want to talk about your pain, what you have going on, and where we can actually get you from where you are now to get you to a state of being active, being healthy, and living your best life. So if that's you, hop on a call. I'm dropping the link in the comment and let's have a real conversation about your pain.